All right, we have a new Snapchat update. So everyone should have this update as of yesterday, May 23rd, 2017. Let's hop in and take a look, shall we? Hey! So, you guys are familiar with your daily story, right? So I could snap or capture this photo or do a little video, and then I can add it to my daily story. Now, sometimes you can add it to an additional story. It might depend on where you are or what day it is on the calendar. For instance, National Donut Day, they had a Snapchat story going on Snapchat where you could be out getting your donut on National Donut Day. Take the snap of you eating the donut, add it to your own story, but when you raise up that you can hit the little blue arrow and add to your story, you might also see another option for a story to add it to that story, like the National Donut Day story. When you do that, whoever created that story can later curate through and decide if they like your snap enough to make sure it's included in the story that everyone can then see. Make sense? Well, now we got another option that will really let you guys be creative with events or topics or things of that nature where you want to create your own story to let people add to it. Two ways to do this. One way is through this home screen. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little still shot of myself. All right, there I am looking silly. Now, instead of hitting the little square plus icon where I could just directly add this to my story, I'm going to hit the little blue triangle. Now, we're on the part where I can add this snap to any story that's available to me and or send it to any of the people that I like to correspond with on Snapchat. Notice at the very top right, just under magnifying glass, I have a create story option. And I can create a new story. So I'm going to call it tutorial. Now, I have a few options. If you happen to be in a location where you plan to make the story happen, you want it to have its own geofence around it, it's going to be based on where you currently are. You can look at this little fine print at the bottom right here. Snapchatters can add to the story if they're in the geofence or recently left. So really your only option here is going to locate where your phone is, and then you can rename this thing, but that's it. You can't change it you'd have to actually move to make the geofence different. So you have the option to add a geofence. Then it's about adding your Snapchat friends who you'd like to be part of the story with you. So I could add my friend Tanya from NPR and Jeff. I could add, I could add Aaron and Joe or anything like that, and then hit the little add button. And then now I've got people added to the story, and they can add their own snaps to the story, so this will appear to them, and they can also view the whole story. But nobody else can. So if I create the story, now this is an option for me to create and add a snap to the story. So I can actually send the still shot I just took of myself to this tutorial story. So I'm going to go ahead and send. There, I just sent it. Very cool. Now, you have another option. Let's say that you want to create a story, but you don't necessarily want to be the first one to add a snap to it. That is also doable. The way you do that is you hop over and click onto your Stories tab there, and along the very top right corner, you've got a little plus icon in a circle. If you click that, you can actually type in again. You can name the story again, go through this whole process. Tutorial. Add whoever you want to it, and hit check to make sure they're added. And then again, you can create that story too, and don't even have to add a snap to it, you just created the story. So again, just to remind you guys now, so once I create a snap, I can hit a snap, create and hit that, and now I can see the tutorial and any other stories made available to me, whether they were created by me or created by somebody else and I got added, you can then add to that story. Oops. All right, pretty cool, huh? So think about this, guys. Put your thinking caps on. Not only could you maybe do a geofilter for an event, you can also create your own story and let people be able to add to it. Now, think about this. If you have an event, you may not want everybody to be able to add to the story. Maybe you just want the event planners or the speakers to add to their own experience, or just the attendee story of a certain event. Or you could do a geofilter and also let people add to that story too. And by the way, I don't know if you saw this as well. Let me go and click in here and click on the tutorial story. Let's see. If you click on the settings of the tutorial story, again, I'm the admin on it. You can download it. You can add directly to it. Whoops. Let me back out. Tutorial story. Download it. So you could create a whole story out of everybody's snaps and contributions to it, and then repurpose that into its own video elsewhere, right? So you really can create a cool and effective timeline of sorts, and a great montage of things that are about a topic or an event. Pretty cool. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. You can always follow me on Snapchat at RachelMooreRS. And I hope to see you guys soon. Have fun with your stories.